everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. We call this press conference to inform you about what Haitian American Art Network is planning with other members of the community. I am not here by myself. You guys can introduce yourself.
I'm Roy Colas, and I'm with the Central Florida Coalition Relief Partner for Haiti, and also Haitian Citizen Alliance. And Roy, V-O-Y, last name Colas, C-O-L-A-S.
Okay.
I'm Martine Augustin. I'm also a member of Haitian American Art Network Incorporated.
I'm Herb Pereira. I'm a New York attorney. I'm partnering right now with Morgan & Morgan on certain matters. And that's, I'm not in an official capacity, but I'm here to support the Haitian community in this regard.
Emmanuel Neret, member of the community, part of the heart management, and I'm here to support.
You guys are all already aware of what's going on in Delrio, Texas, about the Haitians coming from Chile and Brazil. They are currently on the border. We have some news. Last night we had a meeting. We decided that we were going to go there and bring support to the Haitians there to help translate, to bring water, food, whatever necessities that they needed. They have stopped the deportation. We had asked the community to call the elected officials to make them aware, if they were not aware, to ask them to remove the people from the bridge. We learned that the people under the bridge are not processed yet. There is another organization down in Texas already working with the people as far as processing them and releasing them to their families here in the state. So we call this conference to let the elected officials know that we need more support from them as far as getting those people off the bridge. We have pregnant women, young children left in the bushes, parents dying, coming to the state right on the border. And we also learned officers are holding them hostage and beating them on their way. So we are asking the elected officials to stop that. Their rights are already been violated. Children, parents are dying. We're asking the community not to stay silent. We ask you to come together, businessmen, elected officials, local here. We are asking for your support to call congressmen, congresswomen, your state reps to let them know of what's going on in Delrio, that we as the Haitian community, we have a voice and we want them to hear us. Boy, I would like you to state a little about what we just learned from the new organization that's there helping.
Okay, I just made contact with a pastor that's actually in Delrio, that's been over this for almost 2 years. He's working with the Haitian community, and is also, once they being released, there's two, and they're trying to explain this, because what we're seeing on television is a little bit confusing. The people that we see under the bridge, those are the people that has not been processed yet in the system by the immigration system or by Border Patrol. Those that's being processed once they cross the bridge, they being processed, being sent to, when they processed by Border Patrol and immigration, they being sent to a center. That center right now, I just learned from the pastor, family member could go ahead and pick up their family. That's number one. And also, for the people that do not have family member, if you have, and I'm going to urge this community, if you have an organization, please contact me or contact Natasha or contact the consulate office. I could get you in touch with whoever's underground over there, get in touch with that pastor and where that center is so you could go ahead and get your family. Right now, they are They're not completely stopping the deportation because the people under the bridge might be still deported, but the people that's being processed. Understand, Del Rio is a very small city. The closest major city is San Antonio. So a lot of them going to San Antonio, meeting their family. But the problem is, right before this conference call, I was talking to the pastor on the ground. He said a bus ticket from Del Rio to San Antonio is from $35 to $50. So I'm asking the Central Florida, the Haitian community, and also anybody that's wanna donate, okay? Because this is very important. A lot of them is lack of money, lack of funding. That's what they was not able to get out of Del Rio before the situation get more aggravated. And I'm being clear on this. And I need volunteers. One thing I just learned, the deportation process is slowing down a little bit, okay? But I don't know, the situation might get irate tomorrow or the next day. So I could have a convoy, anybody with a van, either 8-passenger van, 12 or 16-passenger van, please get in touch with me. Because what I just learned is extremely important. They are releasing family who do not have family in the United States. Understand that. They're releasing family with children who do not have family in the United States. As long as you with an organization that you be able to provide shelter for these people, yes, they will have a court day and have a bracelet. Make sure if you take, let's say, you provide shelter for 3 months for that family, and they have to go to court. Make sure you advise them when the court day is going to be, and also to check with immigration in Orlando. I don't know if they're going to be in Orlando or in Miami. So I need volunteers. If you could open your heart and open your home, please get in touch with me. I'm going to give my phone number, 407-802-0463. Once again, 407-802-0463. We see the condition for the last few days. It is over there. And I'm asking the Haitian community in Central Florida, get in touch with your congressman, your congresswoman. This is Congressional District 10, that's Val Demings. And I'm also going to give her number. And also contact Washington, Nancy Pelosi, the majority leader in the House and the majority leader in the Senate. That's how you make your voices heard. Everybody, if you have to call twice, 3 times, 20 times a day, that they know our people on that border need help, that we are there to support them. That's what they're gonna change their mind, they're gonna change their legislator to this point. And now the reason why they're slowing down the deportation process, because we're getting exposed. Now there is a lot of Haitian journalists and Del Rio, which is we did not have that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, so for those, God has given us an opportunity in America to be here, so they have the same opportunity. And also we have an attorney on the table with us. Under Immigration Policy Title 42, and we talk about this a little bit. These people have the right to a due process. They have the right to be heard by an immigration representative. And what happened the last few days, they were not able to do that. Now, because we exposed them, it's changed. And that's why it's important to call your congresswoman, your senators, and your community. That's how you get engaged in the process. Call Marco Rubio.
Thank you.
Call Val Demings. Call Rick Scott. Call Stephanie Murphy. And also we're planning a much more major press conference probably every 2 days. So we're gonna keep you informed, not just in Orlando, throughout the state of Florida. And the last thing I'm gonna say right now, because I'm gonna pass it on, I need a lot of people to open their home and open their heart, because I will place these people, if you have a home or a room or extra room, so you could give them shelter for 60 or 90 days. Please let me know, because these people are being released. It might be one of your family member, it might be one of your cousins, but remember, at the end of the day, it's our brothers and sisters. And I would love for the attorney to talk more about the Title 42 policy.
Real quick though, do you have an email as well that people
Yes.
can reach out to you via email?
Yes, I do. My email is voycolas13 at iCloud. That's VOYCOLAS number 13 at iCloud.com.
Very good, thank you, sir.
Here's the issue. You have thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people being mistreated, being chased with horses. We have communications. I have an attorney on the ground in Texas. His name is Stanley Akujo, and I spoke to him about 10 minutes ago, about maybe 45 minutes ago. And I'm asking him, what is the situation over there? He's based in Houston. So he's telling me that this is horrendous what's happening to the Haitians down there. People are giving birth. I mean, women are giving birth. Children don't know where, if they have a place to sleep, whether they have food, basically this is a dire situation. And his question to me was that, where's Kamala Harris? He said, I haven't seen her. He's down there on the ground. I don't know exactly. I told him, I said, Stanley, guess what? Can you do pro bono work for us? Can you go and try to intervene on behalf of these people? These children, these women and men, pregnant, sleeping on the floor, on the dirt. And his answer to me was this. He said, Herbie, you know what? I'm your friend, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm in Texas right now. Had these people been Cuban Americans, that would not have happened. That would not have happened. They would have automatically been given, they would have been processed and probably walking out with their green card in their hands within a few days or weeks. So it's an unspeakable act. It's unconscionable that the American government can actually go out and try to deport these people without any due process at all. Title 42, we need due process. They need to know what, a lot of these people, yes, some of them are coming from Chile, some of them are coming from other places, okay? But guess what? A lot of these people are basically, they're just trying to escape what's happening in Haiti right now. You have a political assassination. You have an earthquake that killed thousands of people. This was a country that was already in chaos. What is it going to take? Why are we just taking them, packing them up in buses, planes, shipping them out? No due process. This is not the American Constitution. This is not the America that I know. This is not the America that my parents immigrated to, and I'm a citizen of this country. Been here close to 50 years. 50 years. This is not the America that I know. So certainly, Marco Rubio needs to be contacted. Rick Scott, as Mr. Boyd said. Any other elected officials, whether it's Victoria Cyprian, not hearing nothing from them. Come on. The world needs to know what's going on here. You're talking about 15,000+ individuals, children, women, men. No, something's got to be done. And we need President Biden too. President Biden, you're seeing us. You're hearing from us. Let us know. You've got to do something. We need your help.
President Biden misinformed the Haitian community about giving them temporary status in the country, and that's the reason families here in the States, knowing that he made that promise, so they are sending money to their families to have their families come here to the state. That's the number one problem we have. And the second problem, they hear and they are being mistreated.
You have people on horses. You have police officers. You have border patrol people on horses chasing people down. It's like, where are we?
Beating them down.
Beating them down. What centuries are we living in? What country is this? No.
beyond an immigration
Yeah,
thing.
let
this
me
is a humanitarian.
cover this New York.
Humanitarian crisis.
Let me cover this New York Times article here that just came out today, and I want everybody to see this, based what the attorney was saying and my colleague, Natasha. How hope, fear, and misinformation led thousands of Haitians to the U.S. border. Okay, here we go. Now, I was so surprised because the New York Times is a very liberal paper to put this headline under this administration. Let me pedal under Title 42 policy immigration law. This administration, when Joe Biden was running during the campaign, was highly critical of Mr. Trump, and last year doing the carving of 15 to 20,000 Latinos. And the reaction was absolutely different. You see how the world responded, inhumane, and Joe Biden had criticized ex-President Donald Trump for that situation. He's denying due process of the Haitian.
That's correct.
He's denying political asylum to the Haitian. This is the New York Times article. It's not the Orlando Sentinel article, a very liberal paper. For the same thing during the campaign, he said, I will open with an open arms. Understand what's happening down there. These people walk miles of sacrifice to come here because it was misinformed. And the administration knew that they was not going to be able to achieve that. What we face today is an absolutely crisis. And for those who are under the bridge, they have to be able to get access. They have to be able to be heard. They have to be able to do process. Last month, the United States Supreme Court said Joe Biden must obey by the Trump policy, give these people an opportunity to stay in Mexico so they could be heard. That's the policy. And that's the injustice that we're fighting for. That's what we want to see. We want them to have an opportunity to be heard, not to be put in a plane on a daily basis. Now there's some good news. Yes, they're releasing about 300 to 400 people a day. But not just for Central Florida. I'm talking to my brothers and sisters in this country, to all my Haitian brothers. If God had given you an opportunity to be here, now is your time to do your part. Understand what they're going through. It could be one of your family. It could be you. A lot of us come here on a different perspective. Some of us come on the boat. Some of us come on the plane. But guess what? We're all the same. They don't deserve that kind of treatment. And to me, I remember last year, you have the ACLU was defending the Latinos. You have the Immigration Right Alliance. Guess what? None of this organization is defending the Haitian today. It's not about politics. It's about fairness. It's about the injustice that's happening. And that's what we outrage. And it's not just majority Haitian voted Democrat. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm a Republican. I'm a Republican. Okay? Majority Haitian voted Democrat. And they voted for Joe Biden. And let me be clear on this. If it was Donald Trump president today, CNN, the coverage they have today, that's not the coverage they will have today. The MSNBC, that's not the coverage they will have today. You would have the ACLU and every immigration right attorney to do something. And Val Demings just did give a speech on CNN. And guess what? She could file a motion today in Congress. Any representative could stop this. But they're not doing it. Where's the NAACP, the majority Haitian member at? Where the majority representative in Orlando and the state of Florida and Miami that's not here? Thank you.
have been in touch with Farm Workers Association, and they have decided they will meet tomorrow, Thursday at 3 o'clock. So if anyone would like, they actually rallying other people in front of City Hall, which they have not decided yet. But if you decide that you want to be part of that rally, so do contact the Farmers Association. Center for Multicultural Wellness and Prevention is also on this. If you have your families, you want to go pick up your families, let us know. Mr. Emmanuel, do you want to share something?
If you don't mind, thank you.
The thing about it, it's like we do have to understand that the people over there, they don't speak English. And the officers, they don't speak Creole or French. So right there, it's a clash. And we do have to understand that. We need our people. We need everybody. It could have been one of us over there now. We need to take actions, and as soon as possible.
One thing that strikes me is you have 15,000 people living under a bridge. They need food, they need water, they need shelter. Who's taking care of the babies? Is the government bringing them things to eat and drink and a place for the babies to sleep?
That's what we're asking. That's what we're here for. That's what we're asking, because we have videos sending to us pictures of how they are being treated. Not everyone has been treated the way they're supposed to. So we are asking you, the public, the private sector, to speak up. Don't stay silent. We need them to be removed from under the bridge. That's the first thing. Get them out of the bridge. We don't know if it rains. They spend day, night there. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We just know that this pastor over there is processing them to get families to link up with others around the states. We don't know that. But what we're receiving as a cultural social organization, what I'm receiving is just unpleasant. It's unpleasant to just sit there and watch. So we need you. We need your help. Are we still going? We were planning to leave here tomorrow night to go and bring support to this pastor there, because he says they have everything, but just one organization down there, I'm sure he will not be able. So if you want to volunteer your time, your help, we welcome you to take a ride with us and go see for ourselves what's going on, and then we'll come back and report to you.
Okay, if you also have organization in Florida, like Natasha stated, we're planning to go down there this weekend, and we need a lot of volunteers, okay? We need a lot of funding. This is not the time to worry about your monthly bill. This is not the time to worry about your hair. This is the time to be concerned about another human being, our brothers and sisters out there in Delrio. So I'm asking the community throughout Central Florida and the state of Florida, I'm asking for volunteer attorney to defend the right of these people. I cannot just have one attorney. I am not an attorney. I'm an activist, okay? So let me see the support. And also, I know Orlando do not have a coalition of pro bono attorney for the Haitian immigration system, but Miami does. But guess what? I don't care where you live, either in Miami or anywhere in the state of Florida, please contact me, 407-802-0463. And once again, I'm encouraging you. And I know we're gonna have something at the City Hall, but let's make this bigger than that. One of my colleagues, Pablo, stated, let's have a million march in Washington, D.C. So we could expose the problem even at an other upscale level. Pablo, thank you for that suggestion, and I hope you guys take it under great consideration.
And if I might add,
You don't mind, Natasha, thank you.
if I might add, this board, this is a situation where these people have no voice down there. They don't speak the language. They have no one communicating with them. You could have someone, a child, be dying of some horrible disease, and they have nowhere to voice their concerns. So this is serious. This is life and death, and I need the American government to know that, and I need the elected officials in Orlando, New York City, Boston, Chicago.
You're all already on board.
Exactly, wherever you are. This is life and death. And I asked as I said, I spoke to one attorney today about what's going on down there. He's very well known, very well experienced immigration lawyer. And, he clearly told me, listen, I don't want to point the fingers. I don't want to play the race card. But he said, you have, and by the way, this attorney is African American too. And he tells me, listen, you have close to 15,000 black individuals down there. Children, women are dying. Women are giving birth. He said, I gotta ask you one question. He calls me Prof because he knows me, he knew me from law school. And he says to me, Prof, I gotta ask you one question. He said, dare I say, this is possibly the reason these people are down there with no help. They're getting deported day in, day out, no due process. He said, it's gotta be because of their black skin. He said, I have no other way. He said, I have no other way to try to process this. And then he says to me, I said, well, how do we help? He said, the only thing that I can possibly do, he said, I can provide pro bono work. He's willing to do boy. So that's someone that we already know that's on the ground, okay? And his firm, they're ready to help. And, again, but they gotta have access to these people. If the American government are beating them on horses, chasing them down, taking them.
Well, those that's being released, we could have access to them, and that's absolutely confirmed. Okay?
Great.
So all we need a lot of attorneys.
Yeah.
To
So,
take this
he's
case.
on board already. And if you need me to go down there too, listen, I'll travel down there myself.
We need them off from under the bridge.
Absolutely.
And also we
We
need
need them off from under the bridge. That's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
They cannot process them under the bridge. They need
They
to
need shelter.
find shelter for them.
They need shelter. They need shelter.
And also, we need nurses, anybody in the medical field that could go down there and help us out, help these people out. We have Hope for Healthier Life is a great organization. They're looking for volunteer nurses to volunteer and to go down there and provide some assistance. And those are Haitian organizations that's ready to go. Okay?
How long have these people been under the bridge? How long has this been going on?
That's been last Monday.
So we're aware of it, but it's probably been going on before that.
Before that, yeah.
Let's be honest, because some of them been there since the storm, or even before the storm.
Which story?
The one that hit Texas twice. So which means they were there.
Mr. Justin just joined us, and I would like his take on this, please, as a community member of the,
business owner.
Business owner, yes.
And activists.
And activists, that's correct.
Yes.
Go ahead and tell me who you are. Spell your name for me.
I am Willier Justin. It's Williere. Last name is Justin. I've transitioned to the Central Florida community about 13 years ago from Massachusetts. I currently live in Kissimmee, but I own a business not too far from here. It's called Justin's Caribbean Fusion Restaurant. It's located right at the intersection of Conroy and Turkey Lake, 6700 Conroy Windermere Road. And since I've joined this community, I've been extremely involved with the Greater Haitian American Chamber of Commerce, the Haitian Consulate, and I've done my best to develop relationships with the various leaders in the community. Today we are facing another crisis, and I was on my way here, and I'm listening to my leaders here explaining the situation, the conditions for Haiti, and I said I need to stop by. and see if I can lend my hand and see if there's anything else we could do. This morning we had a talk. We had conversation with Voy. We had conversation with another member of the team, and currently we have a Haitian lawyer located in California. They traveled to Texas today. So they're gonna be on the ground until Friday.
Great.
And I've told them that possibly Natasha and Pablo, about a team of 3, will probably go to Texas to evaluate the situation as well. So what they will do is they will share whatever information they've collected since they've been there, the next few days, and then relay the work so they can continue the work. I've heard all of you guys are touching all the points that we need to touch, we need to seriously touch. But on my way here, I just thought about something else. Central Florida, the Haitian community, I think we are probably, I don't know if I'm specifically talking about directly around the Orlando area, but I've heard we're probably 60 or 80,000 strong in the community. The Haitian community has been the backbone of the hospitality industry. If you were to conduct a research, if you were to go to Disney, if you were to go to Roseanne, if you were to go to all the various locations, hotel, restaurants, you will notice that the Haitian community is there serving at the bottom of that pyramid. They are the workforce. They are the workforce with the what do you call it? The assisted facility homes. They were on the front line when the pandemic first started. Haiti is facing a crisis. Haiti is facing a crisis, and this crisis has started since February 7, 2021. Allow me to go this route a little bit. Since February 7, 2021, the international community, the government here, had a chance to walk with Haiti, to support with Haiti, and make certain that Haiti was going to go back on the right path and follow constitutional order. Perhaps, I have to believe that this will probably have caused a different scenario for our people today. Circumstances, conditions which would have been a lot better for our people to remain at home. We understand, or I will rephrase it and speak for myself. I understand the Haitian community perhaps has been a burden regarding or from an immigration standpoint or status. Our goal here in Central Florida is not only to unify our community here, is to also unify all the communities around the diaspora so we can impact a positive rebuilding process in Haiti. So we no longer become a burden for the rest of the nations and the international community. But today, unfortunately, with the political disaster in Haiti, followed by an earthquake, immediately followed by a hurricane, it is inevitable.
The death of our president.
It is inevitable. So today,
Not to mention the death of our president.
the assassination of the president, thank you.
The assassination.
We are asking your support. We are asking the support of the government. We are asking the support from the private sector here in Central Florida. We're asking Disney for their support. We're asking Rosen for their support. We're asking all of our institutional, financial institutions for their support. I know my peers here have already voiced that we in the Haitian community here, we're not going to stand by idly and wait on everybody else to do it for us. We are organizing. We are gathering our resources. Hence why we had a meeting yesterday, they're having this press conference today, and we're going to continue until that work is done.
What kind of support are you looking for, Mr. Johnson? I mean, financial, political? Give me a sense of what kind of support you're directly asking for.
The first one, well, not the first one. One, you said political.
Sure.
I'll take political. We do need political support. Voy and Natasha and our lawyer here has voiced brilliantly what we need to do to make certain that our people receive due process. That needs to get done. It's imperative. So one, we need political support so this is done. So our people receive due process. We, the Haitian community in the United States, we deserve it. We have been the backbone of this country. We deserve it. Our people deserve it. The due process. So we need political support. Then, we also gonna need political support because we know it's gonna take political power and pull. Our people can no longer stay underneath that bridge. Not for one more day. They've already been there for 9 days. Our people in their comrades. It's very important we mention the other folks who are part of that group. There's 14,000+ people under that bridge, and we've learned that there's probably about 9,000 Haitians plus. The rest of them are non-Haitian heritage. So we're speaking for all of them.
Yes, sir.
Why are we speaking for all of them? What have we learned since the pandemic have started? We have learned that this country has embraced diversity, inclusion, and equity. So we are reaching across the board. We're reaching across to all ethnic groups. To be sensitive to what the Haitian people are going through. Today it's us. Tomorrow it can be you. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I recall Voy explaining to one of our brothers that do not change your narrative about the Haitian people, because a few months ago, or perhaps a year ago, when we had that, what would they call it again? Was it a convoy or
the caravan?
The caravan, and the caravan was mostly folks from Venezuela and other places. Our journalists here in Central Florida were supporting these folks. So we are in this together. Financial support, absolutely. We have seen countless videos. We have heard countless testimonies that our people, they don't have food, they lost their clothes, whether they lost it all, it was taken from them. So we're gonna need to help them replace all of those equipments, tools, and basic needs. We've also heard that there's a possibility, or they probably have already started, relocating folks or allowing folks to enter the country. But in order to do so, these folks will need a place to go. So we are gonna need facilities. We are going to need organizations to support us. We are going to need folks to open their doors. We are going to need locations. All of this is going to cost money. Some folks will do it, out of the kindness of their heart. Some folks will probably contribute some money, but we are going to need money. We're going to need money for food. We're going to need money for clothes. We're going to need money for medical aspect of all of it, because we understand it's a pandemic. We understand it's a lot of people. In this country here, we have to make certain that everybody is safe. They're going to have to also go through the process of the health system to make certain that everybody is safe.
Absolutely.
Well, one of the things that my colleague just covered, there's approximately about 300,000 Haitians living in Central Florida right now. 300,000 Haitians living in Central Florida, and about 60,000 registered Haitian voters in Orange County. So we could make the difference. We could make an impact. So I'm pleading to the leaders right now. I'm pleading to the Joe Biden administration. Give us the opportunity, and also to members of Congress and to the Senate. Give us an opportunity. Haitians are hardworking people. We have a lot of business in America. We come from all different class, different social background. We're not here in America to be a taker. We're not here to be dependent on the government. We are very hardworking people. This facility I'm at right now, given this great press conference, is a Haitian business. In Orlando itself, Mr. Justin is also a business owner. Okay? So we are professionals, and we are hard-working people and decent people. So I heard over the last few days, okay, why some of these people coming to this country? Please. It was 2 weeks ago. We see a boat or plane coming from Afghanistan. They were able to facilitate those people. In Tampa. So, to the Joe Biden administration, to Kamala Harris, and to all our elected officials in Central Florida and the state of Florida, I would like for you to advocate the same thing. And to the organization of ALCLU, and also the immigration right advocate, we need you right now. You were very present in 2020. Why you can be present today? And those are the kind of support we need.